Would anyone like to utilize open forum at this time? Yes.
Okay. Hi guys. Hope you had a good weekend. So I just want to talk a little bit about why there weren't flags at the game and everything. Since the government is shut down, we aren't allowed to do any outreach things. So that's why there were no ROTC people holding flags. That's also why there were no seat savers in our ROTC sections. And I know there was a lot of confusion. A lot of students were sitting in those rows and the VA rows because we didn't have the seats. We called them the seat savers to go in way before the students can go in and just make sure nobody sits in those rows. So we had a lot of problems with having to get people out and the athletic department not knowing who was in ROTC and who wasn't. So I was wondering if there's any way we can either let our seat savers in earlier, as long as they're just not in uniform, just to reserve those seats like they normally do for the VA and for ROTC, or we can section off the area like we did a couple years ago. I don't know who handles that, but maybe that's something we can work on for this next game if the government's still shut down. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ava. Would anyone else like to utilize open forum at this time? Okay, seeing none, we will now go into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out electronically last Tuesday. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Seeing there are none, the minutes are now marked as approved and corrected. We will now go into reports from our officers, beginning with the president. Yes, we can. Okay, now for our treasurer. Okay, now for outreach. Is this on?
Hey everybody, hope y'all having a good week and having a weekend in fall break. Today was super restful for me. Obviously the game.
Turn the mic on.
There we go. Magic. Okay, yeah, but I hope it was a great weekend, even with the sad game, devastating, but memorable. So this week, okay, super exciting. Wednesday's heyday, and I hope all of y'all who volunteered to or signed up to volunteer or are going to come out for it 8 to 2 on the cave screen. We would just love to see you all out there. Come grab a name tag. Just hang out. Because it'd be super fun to get to each hang out with each other and with just all of the people. So we'd love to see you all out there. Also, okay, this Friday, SGA Exec is hosting the ISO social hour, which will be held upstairs in the ballroom at 4 p.m. And I know you can share your distribution is at 3, so if you do that, you can come after. But it'll be super awesome time to come get a little bit of food, hear about Auburn traditions, and just hang out with some really awesome international students and get to know them. So really hope to see y'all there. I think it'd be an awesome thing and a great way for SGA to reach a part of Auburn that is just as much part of Auburn as we are. So we'd love to see y'all there. Also, this week we've got on Thursday a meeting with College of Engineering, just talking about their advising opportunities and how we can increase real-time registration assistance for them. So if you're an engineering student, love to hear any of y'all's thoughts, text me or come to me after or whatever, but we'd love to hear that. And then also tomorrow we're meeting with GPAC about hosting away game watch parties in the upcoming year. So that's a super cool opportunity. We want to expand upon for students, kind of the awesome opportunity they did in Neville Arena last year for Final Four, something like that. So anyways, but I hope y'all have a great week and taking they put a number up there, but also need it.
Thank you, Vera. Now for our chief of staff. Yeah, this one.
Hello. Okay. Hey y'all. First thing for me, if you have not taken a headshot either before we left for summer or when we got back with makeup headshots, I really need you to text me. These are mandatory. We have to have a headshot of every single person in SGA, so we need to get that figured out if you do not get one. And then I also hope you all enjoy hearing from student affairs next week. We'll have a few more cabinets like that where they're going to come towards the end. So we'll keep you on the loop about that, but I hope you all had fun and I appreciate all the people who came. And then also feedback form, just going to keep reminding y'all about that if there's anything you want to communicate with us anonymously, pinned in the group chat, goes out in our monthly email as well. And then texting for you. Thank y'all are awesome. Proud of y'all.
Thank you, Madeline. Now for initiatives. I can't tell.
Hello, everyone. All right, quick feedback. Raise your hand if you have a parking pass on campus. Okay, cool. Raise your hand if you know how much a parking pass on campus is, roughly. Okay. Raise your hand if you'd be willing to pay more for your parking pass if it meant we had better parking. Like nicer lots, more lots, improved parking. Okay, raise your hand if you're aware that we're the cheapest parking in the SEC by far and away. You knew that. Okay, cool. So we're looking into that, not saying we're raising prices on parking, but just trying to get some feedback. So if y'all have any thoughts, or if y'all could be working on getting like feedback like that in your office hours, that would be greatly appreciated. Just trying to get a gauge on if students would be interested in paying more. They know how much they're paying, if they know how cheap it really is, because we want to improve our parking and give our parking team a better budget to provide better parking for our students. Next thing, couple dining updates. One thing, huge thank you. Luke, I think this was you talking about the grab and go Chick-fil-A. Talked about that with the operations director dining, and we talked through kind of different ideas about that, or if we could do something similar. Don't want to make any promises, say it's going to happen, but we looked into potential ideas to get things like Chick-fil-A, our popular restaurants, how to get maybe a limited menu quicker to our students. So really appreciate that feedback, and it just goes to show we really appreciate anything y'all bring up. If you have any ideas, keep bringing them forward. Also, thank you to everyone who was volunteered to serve on the village dining renovation. Should have seen an email from me today connecting you with Glenn. He'll follow up with next steps on that process, but looking forward to that. That's really all I got.
Do you want to give Owen's report?
Owen's report.
Will you go back to Owen's as well?
Okay, yeah. So first thing, North End Zone meeting.
Oh, he's here.
Last year, we got there. Yes.
Perfect timing.
Sorry guys. Giving some feedback over at the rec. My report today, I've just got a couple things I want to share with you guys. Had a North End Zone meeting on Thursday. Is this working?
I don't know.
Okay. Had a North End Zone meeting last Thursday with the architects and some other folks in student affairs. It was a great meeting. Got to get kind of a layout of kind of what that space is going to look like and what their designs for right now are, and their inspiration behind it. It was really good. There's one level, it's like a concourse level of like what Jordan Hare Concourse, the expansion of it is going to be like almost a student center. So a lot of the seats and styles that you see out there are what they're going to have in there, which I thought was really good because everyone sits in those over here, so they're probably going to sit in those over there. So that was awesome. I thought that was good, and then I really enjoyed their roof as well. They're going to have kind of like, they've got the coffee shop thing up there, a lot of spaces up there for students to sit and kind of just relax and study, so it's really good. Yeah, there's some good feedback. They're going to get like a full-on like rendering, and they're going to bring it back to us, and we'll have another one of those meetings where we'll invite you guys to go get feedback and kind of unpack it, and then make some changes with them, which is really good. Next thing, scooters. So this is kind of like my new thing that I'm working on. I'm gonna start trying to really work on those wheels-free zones, especially those two, Tiger Transit Loop and then Haley Concourse. We're gonna try to use the UGA method. I've discovered that there's a couple more things that we have to do, so we got to make some policy changes within some different things in the university to accommodate for this new change we're trying to make, and also some other logistics that we have to navigate across campus, which I don't think will be a big deal. We also want to do a survey across a wide, like I think it was like 800 students is what we're talking about doing randomly to get some more feedback on scooters, so that's good. I have a couple things going on this week that I'll update you all on next week, but I have office hours this week, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, pretty much the whole time. I'll be hanging out in my office, so if you want to come swing by and talk about anything, SGA or not SGA or Auburn, please feel free. We'd love to see you guys. Thank you all.
Thank you, Owen. Now for committee reports, beginning with academic affairs.
Jones Engineering. Hope you all had a good fall break. So right now we're having a meeting with Dr. Godey on Wednesday to discuss how we can integrate our plan with AI syllabi statement and AI in general into the university's plan with academic honesty and what they're working on. In addition to that, we're meeting with Willis Orr next week to talk about the inclusion of some kind of AI safety messages within the larger cybersecurity part of Safety Week. Thank you.
Thank you, Giles. Now for AEO.
Connor Kosam, no report.
Thank you. Budget and finance.
Hail business. All right, so we had our fall final budget hearings this past Tuesday. They went well. We have a meeting after tonight to kind of go over a few more things, a few different RFRs, and we have some legislation coming through later. And we're going to start working on our spring final budgets hearings as well soon. So that's it.
Thank you, Colin. Now for the Code of Laws.
Full at large, no report.
Thank you. Student Affairs.
Lord at large. Hey y'all, we had another patio project meeting this Monday. Kind of just getting things finalized for that December 1st through 6th. Date that we have, SGA will be tabling / having some sort of event on December 1st, so kind of keep that on your mind. We're really looking forward to partnering with Cabinet with that, but of course would love for Senate's help with this. It's not a typical project for us. We have a lot of stuff to look forward to. We're pairing with the rec and we're doing a sunrise yoga class. We have some hot chocolate coming, cookie decorating. It's going to be very festive, very fun. If you live on campus, definitely encourage you to come. But of course, if not, definitely encourage you. We'll be playing movies pretty much every night and having some live music as well from some of our very own SGA members, which will be really cool. I'll be making sure to keep you updated on that schedule and everything. But if you have any ideas for how that Monday can look for SGA and how Senate can really be involved with that, we'd love to hear it from you. But that's all I have. Very cool.
Thank you, Camilla. Now for our Executive Committee.
Massey at large. No report really, just continue to send your excuses to myself, Jamie, and Buckley. And then if you're missing a committee meeting, also email your committee head as well. And just want to say that we try our best to stay with the guidelines and standards that the university has for us in terms of excuses. So just keep that in mind when you send an excuse. And then we do have our 3 unexcused absences because we know we all have other commitments and get busy, but just a reminder that we're elected to these positions by our student bodies, so it's important that we keep it a priority for the rest of the semester. But now roll call. Senator Lord. Here. Senator Wisdom. Senator Poole. Here. Senator Bolton.
Here.
Senator Alspa.
Here.
Senator Blanco.
Here.
Senator Bowman.
Here.
Senator Campos.
Here.
Senator Congo.
Here.
Senator Connor.
Here.
Senator Duro. Senator Eskew. Senator Ford.
Here.
Senator Hale.
Here.
Senator Herring.
Here.
Senator Holliday.
Here.
Senator Hasso. Senator Jones.
Here.
Senator Story.
Here.
Senator Perdue.
Here.
Senator Pritchett.
Here.
Senator Roberts.
Here.
Senator Robertson.
Here.
Senator Scott.
Here.
Senator Smith.
Here.
Senator Stanley.
Here.
Senator Stewart.
Here.
Senator Troutman.
Here.
Senator Berner.
Here.
Senator Ward.
Here.
Senator Watson.
Here.
And Senator Weiss. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeline. Now reports from our liaisons, beginning with the Honors Congress.
Honors Congress, no report.
Now for BSU.
Clark, BSU, I just have one thing. BSU is partnering with the National Panhellenic Council this Friday to host their annual Tiger Stomp, which is a step show. And that's going to be at 7 p.m. The doors open at 6 o'clock. BSU is providing volunteers to kind of help make sure everything runs really smoothly. And that's open to anyone who would like to come. So it'll be in the Student Activity Center. So if any of you guys would like to come, you're so welcome to. But War Eagle, that's all I have.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now for ASVA. ROTC.
Hogan, ROTC, no report.
ISO. All right. Next in order are current orders of business, beginning with PSSB 25100601 through 05. First bill is brought to you by Senator Stanley.
Stanley COSAM, I ask for approval of the following. The allocation of $752 from the reserve fund to the line item titled Executive Council of the Student Government Association budget. These funds will support the SGA alumni panel, which took place on September 15th, 2025. For specifics, the chairs will be staged in the meeting room, as well as the Tiger Catering dinner beforehand. I move to pass this bill as follows.
Is there a second? It is moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing there is no further debate, we will now move into a vote. And this is back on campus. I know we haven't done that in a hot second, so. Okay, I think we're waiting on 2 more, so we all just refresh and make sure you've done it, please. Okay, just 1 more vote. The yeses have it, and this bill has been adopted. Now for PSSB 25100602, brought to you by Senator Duro.
Turo Education, I ask for the approval of the following new organization board members: Libby Dunnigan, Jay Laha, and Brecken Whaler. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
It is moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing there is no further debate, we will now move into a vote. All right, the yeses have it, and this bill has been adopted. Now for PSSB 25100605, brought to you by Senators Poole, Jones, and Ward.
Pool at large, I ask for the approval of the following: striking the entirety of Title 12 from the Auburn University Student Government Association Code of Laws, following the approval of the Academic Integrity Policy by the Executive Policy Committee according to the Policy on Policy Procedures, and replacing it with the following. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? It is moved and seconded to adopt the bill just read. Is there any debate? Seeing there is no further debate, we will now move into a vote. All right, the yeses have it, and this bill has been adopted. Next in order is future orders of business, beginning with PSSB 25-1013-01 through 08. First bill brought to you by Senator Bolton.
Bolton at large asks for the approval of the following. The allocation of $45,864.50 to lead Auburn for the fall 2025 semester. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Are there any questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, we will now move into PSSB 25-1013-02, brought to you by Senator Stanley.
Stanley, COSAM, I ask for approval of the following. The allocation of $307,267.50 for the Student Government Association budget for the 2025 fall semester. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Are there any questions on this future order? Senator Wise.
At the last budget hearing, there was an additional cut of $7,500 made to the graduate school. Can you explain your reasoning for this cut?
Can I yield my time to Haley Bird? Or I yield my time to Haley?
We can talk after the decision item, so it's not for this meeting.
Are there any other questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, we will now move into PSSB 25-1013-03, brought to you by Senator Perdue.
Purdue Business asks for approval of the following. The allocation of $168,742.50 for the student organization's budget for the fall 2025 semester. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Are there any questions on this future order? Seeing none, we will move into PSSB 24-1013-04, brought to you by Senator Robertson.
Robertson Pharmacy, I ask for approval of the following. The allocation of $109,802.50 to service programs for the fall 2025 semester. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown. The allocation of $15,000 to Auburn University Dreammakers, the allocation of $38,500 to Eat Bama Food Drive, the allocation of $34,700 to Impact, and the allocation of $21,602.50 to General Service Programs.
Are there any questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, we will now move into PSSB 25-1013-05, brought to you by Senator Wolf.
Wolf Agriculture. Ask for approval of the following. Allocation of $187,608.49 to student media activity portfolio for the 2025 fall semester budget. The amount of $47,639.49 will be allocated among the following categories: Eagle Eye TV. The amount of $16,990.50 will be allocated to the following categories: to the Auburn Circle. The amount of $89,240.50 will be allocated among the following categories to the Glamarada. And the amount of $33,738 will be allocated among the following categories to Legal 91.1 FM radio.
Are there any questions on this future order? Seeing none, we will now move into PSSB 25-1013-06, brought to you by Senator Troutman.
Troutman Forestry Wildlife Environment. I ask approval of the following. The allocation of $417,737.50 to the University Program Council for the fall 2025 semester. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Are there any questions on this future order? Seeing none, we will now move into PSSB 25-1013-07, brought to you by Senator Blanco.
Blanco CEDC, I ask for the approval of the following. The allocation of $72,690.50 to the International Student Organization for fall 2025 semester. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Are there any questions on this future order? Seeing none, we will move into PSSB 25101308, brought to you by Senator Blanco.
Blanco, CABC. I ask for the approval of the following. An allocation of $43,042.50 to the Black Student Union for fall 2025 season. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Are there any questions on this future order? All right, seeing none, that is all for legislation for tonight, and we'll move into announcements from me. First, I sent out a Google form this morning about signing up to greet for freshman senator interviews. There are a lot of interviews and a lot of really excited freshmen, so it'd be really awesome if y'all could come just sit out in the lobby for like an hour, talk to them, make them a little less nervous as they're coming in to interview. I think they're really excited about this, so that would be awesome if y'all could all sign up for like 30 minutes to an hour of a time slot. And then we're going to have a speaker next week during open forum, so try to get here like 10 minutes early, please. ASVA is hosting tour tomorrow from 11 to 3:30 in the bottom of Foy in the Veterans Resource Center. So that would be really awesome if y'all could go check that out. And then Halloween Senate is going to be October 27th, so you're going to dress up with your committee. So start thinking of a costume, because that's a really fun Senate. And then we're going to have election open house on October 28th and November 5th. I'm not sure what time yet, working with Elections Council, but would love for y'all all to be there so that anyone wanting to run for minor or major candidates can come and ask y'all any questions. So we're also going to be doing tabling for that, and we want to have someone from Senate and someone from Elections at every hour of the tabling. So I sent that to y'all this morning as well, and I'll send it again tomorrow. So please sign up for that. And that's all from me. This meeting is now adjourned. There's not a sign up. It'll just be like, come in. Yeah.